Hey guys, welcome to Biz Builders, your go-to source for everything business formation and entrepreneurship. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to start an LLC in Wyoming. Now I know what you're thinking. You've been putting off starting that LLC because it feels complicated, expensive, or maybe you're just not sure where to even begin. Trust me, I've been there. I used to think LLC formation was this scary legal maze that only lawyers can navigate. But what if I told you could have your Wyoming LLC up and running in just 10 minutes following the simple instructions we'll be laying out for you in this video? Look, I get it. The whole process seems overwhelming when you're staring at government websites that look like they were designed in 1995. And honestly, that's usually the point where people just close the tab and say, I'll deal with this later. That's exactly why we created this step-by-step guide. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to start your Wyoming LLC, why Wyoming is such a popular choice for entrepreneurs, and I'll show you a way to get the whole thing done without any headaches. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to mention that I am focusing on Wyoming in this video, but this does work for any state in the US, and the steps will be very similar, so you can still follow along. And if you want to skip to any specific part of this video, I've put timestamps down below so you can jump to whatever section you need. Oh, and real quick before we dive in, if this video is helping you so far, hit that like button so other entrepreneurs can find this info too. And hit subscribe if you want more business tips that actually work, and drop a comment below letting me know what state you're thinking of forming your LLC in. I love hearing from you guys and I respond to every single comment. Also, one more thing, if you want someone to handle all the boring paperwork for you, definitely check out Tailor brands through our exclusive discount link below. They'll set up your Wyoming LLC for just the state fees, you'll get special savings when you use our link, and they'll make sure there are no mistakes in the process. It's honestly a pretty sweet deal, but more on that in just a bit. So let's talk about why you're probably here in the first place. You want to protect yourself, right? Maybe you're freelancing and worried about getting sued, or you're starting an online business and want to keep your personal stuff separate from business stuff. Or maybe you just want to look more professional when you're pitching clients. Here's the thing about LLCs. They're basically like a protective bubble around your personal assets. So if something goes wrong with your business, your house, your car, your personal bank account, all that stuff stays safe. And honestly, once you understand that, forming an LLC just feels like a no-brainer. Now let me tell you why Wyoming is such a fantastic choice for LLC formation. Wyoming has built a reputation as one of the most business-friendly states in the country, and there are some really solid reasons why entrepreneurs choose it. First off, Wyoming does not have a state income tax. That's a big one. For many business owners, that alone makes Wyoming very attractive. Second, Wyoming is known for strong privacy protections. The state does not require you to publicly list members in the same way some other states do, which is why you often hear people recommend forming there. The filing fee is just $100, which is actually lower than many other states. And there's no publication requirement, so you're not dealing with extra surprise costs like in some states. Tax-wise, Wyoming LLCs still get pass-through taxation at federal level, meaning you're not being double taxed like corporations. And overall, the compliance requirements are pretty straightforward compared to a lot of other places. Wyoming does require an annual report, and there's a small annual fee based on assets located in the state, but it's generally considered very manageable. Now let me break down what's involved in the Wyoming LLC formation process. There are several important steps you'll need to complete, and getting each one right is crucial for protecting your business, because even a small mistake could delay approval. So step 1 is picking a name for your LLC. Your name just needs to be unique in Wyoming and include LLC, limited liability company, or an approved abbreviation. You can check if your name is available on the Wyoming Secretary of State website. Pro tip, have a couple backup names ready just in case your first choice is taken. Step 2 is getting a registered agent. This is someone with a physical Wyoming address who can receive legal mail for your LLC. If you don't live in Wyoming, you'll need to hire a registered agent service. Step 3 is filing your articles of organization with the Wyoming Secretary of State. You fill out the form online, pay the $100 filing fee, and once it's approved, you're officially in business. And honestly, Wyoming tends to process filings pretty efficiently. Step 4 is getting your EIN from the IRS. Think of this like a social security number for your business. It's free, it takes about 5 minutes online, and you'll need it for taxes and opening a business bank account. Step 5 is creating an operating agreement. Even though Wyoming doesn't require you to file with the state, having one is extremely important for maintaining your legal protection. And step 6 is understanding ongoing requirements. Wyoming requires an annual report and fee to keep your LLC in good standing, so just make sure you stay on top of that. Now let me walk you through exactly how to use Tailor Brands to get your Wyoming LLC set up. I'll keep this simple. First, click our exclusive discount link in the description below or in the pinned comment. This takes you directly to Tailor Brands and automatically applies your savings. Once you're on the website, select Wyoming from the drop-down menu, then click Get Started to begin the process. Enter your desired business name. Their system will instantly check if it's available in Wyoming. Next, answer a few quick questions about your business, then choose if you want them to be your registered agent. I usually recommend saying yes, especially if you don't live in Wyoming. After that, decide if you want them to obtain your EIN so you don't have to deal with the IRS yourself. Choose your package. The Elite package gives you logo creation, a website builder, business cards, and additional tools that can really help when you're starting out. Create your account, enter your business information, review everything carefully, and submit payment. That's it. Once you submit, Tailor Brands handles the filing with Wyoming, prepares your operating agreement, and sets up registered agent services if you selected that option. So Wyoming LLCs are perfect for a lot of different types of businesses. If you're running an online business, e-commerce brand, consulting company, or even a holding company, Wyoming is often a popular choice. Many entrepreneurs who want strong privacy protections and lower overall compliance costs consider Wyoming one of the best options available. Now, if you want to handle everything yourself, you absolutely can. The Wyoming Secretary of State website is actually pretty straightforward. But if you'd rather not risk mistakes and want everything handled properly from the beginning, Tailor Brands is a solid option. They understand Wyoming's requirements and make the whole process much smoother. Look, the most important thing is just getting started. I've seen too many people put off forming their LLC because they think it's going to be complicated, and then when they finally do it, they realize it really wasn't that bad. If you've been thinking about starting an LLC and Wyoming makes sense for your situation, stop overthinking it. If you found this helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up so other entrepreneurs can find this info too. And subscribe to Biz Builders for more practical business tips that actually make sense. And drop a comment below if you have questions about Wyoming LLCs or business formation in general. I read every single comment and I'm always here to help. And remember, if you want to get your Wyoming LLC started with professional help and exclusive savings, use our special discount link for Tailor Brands in the description or pinned comment below. Thanks for watching, and here's to building your business the smart way with proper legal protection from day one. See you in the next video.